G'day everyone, and welcome to another one of my favourite mix sets for Monster Hunter Generations. Today we're looking at a couple of Gunlance set recommendations, with the first being one for all hunting styles, and the second set will be for those that are very confident in their Adept Style gunlancing. The first set I have has Guard +2, Artillery Expert, Razor Sharp, and Load Up. I recommend this for all hunting styles. However, if you're really good at your Adept style blocking and you feel like Guard +2 is a wasted skill, I've got another set after this that will be swapping Guard +2 for Hero's Talisman. Now let's have a look at what the first set looks like. And we've coloured all the parts in this dark green to match with the Seltas stuff. And really fortunately the Vaik Faulds here take on a lot of that colour, which helps out. And we've got the green socks as well, so it's a pretty good looking set, at least on the females. Pretty sure it looks not too bad on the guys as well. Okay, now for the equipment, the gemming, and etc. We've got the double slotted weapon. You're going to be required to use this if you're using the talisman that I'm using at the moment. This one is the Monsieur Gore. It's a Seltas Gunlance. I look forward to upgrading it because it does max out at some pretty good stats. But we're using a double slotted weapon here so that we can fit in 2 single Artillery Jwls there. We've got the Barrage Earring, of course, for that load up. Seltas Mail, Seltas Vambraces, the Vaik Faulds S, which also has 2 artillery decorations in there. Hermitaur Greaves R. And finally we're using a Guard +5 triple slot. Now Guard on talismans can come with up to 6 points on them. So this isn't the best one, it's not the hardest one to get, but it is a bit of a challenge to get, but hopefully you can acquire this one in good time. Slotted into the slots there include the Ironwall Jwl 2 and Ironwall Jwl 1 for the guarding points. And now let's have a look at the statistics and the point table over here. We've got Guard, 15 points to it, which is the maximum for that one, activating into Guard +2. This skill decreases knockback and abates up to 20 damage when blocking an attack. This is 10 more damage than Guard +1 is capable of. So for just say you can't get Guard +2 because of your talisman, going back to Guard +1 is going to get you that penalty, so it might not be a big deal. So you can still use this set whilst you're trying to grind out that talisman, so that's good news. Up next we've got 15 points to Artillery, activating into Artillery Expert. Again, 15 points is the maximum point value to this one. Now, Artillery Expert will increase the power of Gunlance shelling and Wyvern fire by 20%. Also, the cooldown period for Gunlance after a Wyvern firing is reduced from 120 seconds to 90 seconds. And lastly, the forward and backward movement of the heat gauge dial when in the red portion is halved with this skill. This gauge movement is only lowered by 1/3 with the lower point skill, Artillery Novice. Up next, 10 points to Sharpness, giving us Razor Sharp. Simple enough, what this one does is it's a skill that will halve the rate at which your weapon loses its sharpness, which is a very, very awesome skill for Gunlance in particular, because all your shellings and cuttings are obviously going to rip through it, depending on the style of your Gunlance as well. You've got to be careful, some of those shelling types can really put you in a lot of trouble sharpness wise, so definitely a skill to have. Next we've got Loading, 10 points to that, which gets us Load Up. Now what this will do for Gunlance is it will increase the Gunlance shelling capacity. So for example, if you've got a normal Gunlance with 5 shells on it, that will go up to 6, and that's going to get you just that little bit extra damage when you're doing your big old full bursts and stuff like that. So yeah, a really good skill for Gunlance, and yeah, I love using it with normal Gunlance in particular. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I've got an alternate set. This is a very simple mix set. It's using mostly Seltas with the load up Barrage Earrings, and this one is given to me from Melf. He got me this idea a few weeks ago, or a few months ago I think now, when I was asking for what's a good Gunlance set, what's a nice Gunlance set to use. As I said before, this one is going to be losing the Guard +2 because you're going to be doing Adept Guards all over the place rather, because you're awesome. This is what it looks like. It's full Seltas except for the Barrage Earring, as I've said. We'll just have a look at the equipment here. For my particular scenario, all I need is a Sharpness +3 double slot. What I've got here is a 4, which is overkill, but all you're going to need is a Sharpness +3 and a single slot weapon. Now the things that we've slotted in for the decorations include 1 Artillery Jwl in the weapon, and 2 Hero Jwls into the Talisman. So that's not too hard a Talisman or a charm to get. Sharpness plus 3 double slots all you need. So there's a bit of flexibility there. And we're just looking at the statistics and skills here. Everything's the same, we've already explained those, except Hero Shield, and this is a new skill in Monster Hunter Generations, newly introduced. Now this one is quite useful. It's not the strongest one out there, but it's nice to have. This one's just been gemmed in because the Seltas gear gives points to it anyway, and it's kind of nifty. But anyway, 10 points to Hero Shield gets Hero's Talisman. This negates small damage with value of 5 and lower, and also prevents the hunter from flinching and getting knocked down by some minor attacks. Emphasis on the word minor there as well. So it's nice to have, especially with little bastard Jaggy running around you all the time and trying to flick you with their tails and whatnot. But yeah, that's the alternate version. Hopefully you've liked both versions of these Gunlance sets and find them nice and useful for your play. My name's RisingFunGaming. Thank you as always for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.